Hello, splendid people. Today I'm going to look at some Am I the A-hole posts again. Maybe one, maybe two, depends on how long the story is and what my own opinion is about it. So, this one is called Am I the A-hole for banishing my teenage daughter's friend from our house because she made fun of my weight? I, 37 female, have two kids with my husband, 41 male, a 14-year-old daughter, and a 10-year-old son. Our daughter has always been a little socially awkward to the point that we've had her tested since we suspected her of being on the spectrum. Turns out she isn't on the spectrum, she's just a natural introvert. However, this year in school we were thrilled when our daughter made a new friend her age, since that is an area in which she struggles. Long story short, she recently invited her new friend over with our approval to have dinner at our house and spend the night. So my daughter's friends came over. My husband is usually the cook in the family, and this night was no exception. He made us all a really nice meal. During the course of said meal, I asked my daughter's friend, "Are you enjoying the food?" She responded, "Yes, your husband is a great cook. No wonder you've ended up a bigger woman." The room got quiet for several moments. My husband tried to laugh it off and change the subject, but I wasn't having it. The girl had just leveled a completely uncalled for insult at me. My daughter's friend seemed to realize that she'd messed up, but she didn't say anything else. We finished an awkward dinner in mostly silence, and my daughter's friend did stay the night. This was a couple of months ago. Recently, my daughter asked if she could have a friend back over, and I told her, sure, if she's going to apologize to me. When our daughter asked what I meant, I reminded her of what she'd said. My daughter responded that it was over and she didn't want to bring it up again. She then went to her father and asked. He said sure, but then she told him what I'd said. He came to me and said, daughter's friend just felt awkward and tried to make a joke. It didn't land. For the sake of our daughter, can't you just let go? Yes, I could, but the thing is that I just want an apology from the girl. So you cannot let it go. You say you can let it go, but you can't because you want an apology. That's contradictory. I need to see that she understands how rude she was before I can get on board with her and my daughter hanging out. My husband says that I'm being weird for insisting on an apology from a 14-year-old, especially since that girl is such a good friend of our daughter. I think it's weird that I'm still waiting for an apology from that same girl. Seriously, that's all I need. I just need to know that any friend of my daughter is willing to own up to her screw ups. Well, that's an easy one. You're the frickin' a hole. Why? Because this girl is 14, which, granted, should be old enough to know not to say rude things. But I think the question came out of the blue and she said something that she had in her head, which was funnier in her head than when it came out. But by the time she realized it wouldn't be such a good idea to say it, it was just too late. We all have those moments. Like, if we say the wrong word, don't we essentially already know it's the wrong word, but we say it anyway and then quickly replace it with the word that we are looking for? We know we're going to screw up, but we cannot control it. So we say it anyway, and then we say the correct thing that we wanted to say. Kind of feels like that in this way, in this situation too. However, the mom insisting on getting an apology, even though she is the adult, she has gone through puberty, she probably pissed off a lot of people. She likely has said rude things as a child, even during, growing up and being 14, 15, 16, whatever. The fact that she's waiting for an apology after months after this happens, it makes her sound so incredibly pathetic. It's just unbelievable to me that you cannot let it go. If you have trouble with this girl hanging out with your daughter, then just invite her over again and see how they are doing among themselves, how they are handling things, how their friendship is. Give this girl a second chance without asking for another another just asking for an apology, because there are two things that can happen. One is your daughter loses her friend because the friend feels awkward and uncomfortable, maybe even unwelcome at your house, and as an extension, doesn't really want to be your daughter's friend anymore. Two, the daughter will stop speaking to you in the longer run because she cannot let small things like this go. I can understand it must have been awkward when she said something like, you're being a bigger woman because of this food, and I can see that. It probably maybe hurt a little bit. I suppose it did. But the fact that months later you still cannot let it go, like her daughter said, it's over, let's move on, etc., and you can't, that can drift, make you drift you guys apart from each other. And the daughter will stop talking about things with you and be moody with you and rather not spend time with you anymore. It can escalate to that point. And that can also be a consequence if the friend of the daughter doesn't want to hang out with her anymore because of her mom. That will surely be a good reason for the daughter to have issues with her mom and a not so good relationship growing up. And I feel quite certain to tell the mom, hey, you are the a hole. You should let it go. It was probably just a remark that came out of the blue because it was unexpected. She didn't feel comfortable yet because she didn't know you that well. It was the first time she came over and it just came out. And why are you so hung up on an apology when you know it wasn't said with any bad intentions or anything like that? It's not what I get from this post anyway. If she does it more often, and if you truly feel that there's like some, I hate the word, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you feel there's truly some fat phobic ideas in the girl's head, then yes, talk to her, educate her, whatever. But just one remark which came out in the spur of the moment, you want an apology for that and make her understand that she cannot say things like that? Nuh-uh. You're a sorry for the pun, but you're a big asshole. Well, these are my thoughts and ideas about this video anyway. I am very curious about what you guys think, so leave your thoughts and ideas down in the comments below if you want to. And in any case, I will see you again in my next video, and I wish you a very nice morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.